Hello guys, today we are going to be playing NHL 20 on the PS4. Let's start. Okay, let's go to Franchise Mode. And then we will go back to our Toronto Maple Leafs franchise and simulate the second season. Okay, so we are in the preseason and we have to first simulate to the regular season. McDavid is leading in the preseason so far. He has 3 points in 2 games played, 1 goal and 2 assists. Okay, so our first matchup is against the Montreal Canadiens. So let's just see our lines. Okay, so Johansson, Skinner, McDavid, Malkin, Frolik, Sherry, Parisi, Hornquist, Kovalchuk, Opozo, Hayes, and Nelson. And then in defense we have Giordano, Barry, Keith, and Chara. And then finally on the bottom pair we have Coburn and Boychuk. And then we have Demers and Dehon scratched and Vasilevsky and Leonard starting. So if we check in our total team, we have 97 offense, 91 defense, and 95 goalie. So let's see. Let's see how we do in the season. And first we'll just simulate to the trade deadline to see if we have any important trades to do. But for now, let's just simulate until the trade deadline. And now we are at the trade deadline. So let's see if we need anything to trade. I don't need any round picks, because in these franchises you do need round picks, except it's not that important as in real life, because since we have no cap space, the free agency is basically the draft, so it's almost the same thing. We do have a couple of values, so I'm not going to look for a first round, but let's just see if there's some okay players, which is like between like a 81 or 83 or something overall, and somewhere around 30 years old or something. I would like to look for some defense. I don't think we need any offense, but let's check what we need in defense. So Shea Theodore, no. You have Brandon Montour, Shea Theodore. What else do they have which we need? They do have Victor Mete, but I don't need him right now. So young for us so far, so they do have more. I think instead of trying for Theodore, I guess we could try for Montour. I see that the Red Wings are not a very good team, except they could be around 6. They're not in a playoff spot yet, but they could clinch a playoff spot in the future. So we do have some old defensemen like Chara. Do like that we have Barry though. Chara is also good for his age though. He is getting paid $4.275 million. We could give Demers because he is scratched. And then what else for Montour? I guess we could give something else like let's see. Maybe a prospect or a round pick or anything. How about Demers and maybe a third round pick? That could work. And they'll eject it. Maybe instead of a round pick, we could add a little player, which we don't really need, except he could be good for the other team. We have Koivula. Looks like it's a little too much. Let's see, Brendan Murray, and we could give a third round pick because Brendan Murray's not that good. Like that. Still reject. Do we have any better defensemen which we have to give? I think it would work with maybe they want somewhere like Chara, but I'm not gonna give Chara right now, so let's look. So we have Filppula, Marlowe, and Williams. And we have Malkin and McDavid, Johansson, Skinner. We could get Ilya Kovalchuk, but we shouldn't give Ilya Kovalchuk. Colleen is a little too bad to give, so I could give a second round pick maybe this year, or I could just add another round pick to see how. If they don't want Demers, what else can we give? Should we give a good offense guy instead of defense? I think defense for defense is fair. Maybe like Skinner is too much to give. He's good. Maybe Zach Parise to see how it's like, but I would see a big hole in our offense then, so I'm looking for some good defensemen. I guess we could try to find another defenseman for these three people. The Stars want Parise. I'm not gonna give Parise though. Let's see if they want Demers. Yes, they do. Okay. I would like to get Hejak. I could get Hejak or Anderson. Let's try to ask Miss Anderson these people, and let me try to add a third round pick instead of a second round pick because this is a different team, so they have different minds. And they still reject. Okay. Instead of Murray, I think we could give a third round pick and maybe a fifth round pick. Because Because this Murray guy might be like a 4th round pick, so that would actually be worse. Kind of. I could give a 4th round pick to see. No. Okay. How about a 3rd round pick for next year? Okay. I think somebody does not want Demers, even though they are interested in him. Since even these people are less value, so I don't find the point to put Coburn or Boychuk or DeHaan. People seem interested in Witt. I think he's in our trade block. That's why he's not on our trade block. I would like to put some good people on our trade block to see who could give good people like to us if it's good for us. So we could edit the trade block later at the end of the season. So if they don't want Rasmus Anderson, let's see their trade block. What do they have? They have Dallin, I don't know who that is, Khrushchev. They do have this year's 1st round pick, so it looks like they just want to challenge somebody, see if they have good people. But I'm not going to give any good people away right now. Just want little trades to improve. Rasmus Anderson for... I'm just going to give Anderson for Keith, maybe? Because I like Chara's experience. But the thing is, he's going to retire soon, so we don't really need Chara. Chara is very experienced, and he's good for his age at 84 overall. He is doing good in points compared to his age. He's at 14 points in 64 games played. He's a defenseman also, so he has less goals. But he is falling a little behind, so I could try to give Chara and then just take away 1 3rd round pick. And they will accept that. So that was a little worse trade. The value is kind of almost the same, but yeah, we didn't really need a 3rd round pick, but I did like Chara on our team. But we do have Rasmus Anderson, who is okay, and Chara looks like he's gonna fall bad. So think we could do maybe 1 more trade. I'll see if we could, if there's any like good people. I think our defense is okay. I think only 1 trade, you know, in the trade deadline is okay. Because we don't want to do like that much trades like the Matthews for like Ovechkin or something, these star players. But we only want to give these small trades like Chara for Anderson. So I think we'll end trading now. It's the last day we could trade, so it's an advanced. Let's see how this team does. See the strengths and weaknesses. Are they bad at the start? Are they good at the end? I don't know. So their start is okay, and this team, yeah. So basically, in that game, their whole game, I want to simulate period by period a couple of games, like 3 or 4, to see if they change their performances in each game. This time they do a little worse in the beginning. So it's always similar, but sometimes they lose by 1, sometimes they win by 2 or something. Evgeny Malkin's now leading. He has 1 goal more than an assist over here. Looks like somebody got injured in our defense. So now there's only 90. The Panthers come to town having won. Oh wow, the Panthers have won their last 16 games. They have a 16 game winning streak, and that is great for the Florida Panthers. That's why I think they're just doing unbelievable job. 105 points in only 65 games played as a 16-game winning streak. So that is surprising. So we'll simulate one more game to see what the Maple Leafs do. I just noticed that Ovechkin is also in the Golden Knights and Markstrom is in the Blackhawks. So that's good to see that some good people are getting traded. Okay, let's just simulate the rest of the season now. I want to see the points of the whole league and the standings. So if we can see, Panthers are first in the whole league. The entire league are just depending on the Panthers to just chase on them and just be first. We are fourth, so we're doing good. Looks like our division is in the top 4 except Vancouver. So Panthers, Lightning, and Maple Leafs doing a very good job. And then we also have Sabres, which are in a wild card spot. Okay, so that's the standings. And the points, we have Malkin with 70 in 67 games played, 37 goals and 33 assists. He just got a hat-trick last game. So he is having some strong performances, even though Tyler Seguin, I've noticed in these franchises that they kind of always make Tyler Seguin with the most goals and most points. He is in Minnesota, this franchise. He's a 91 overall, he's 29 years old. 52 goals. And then 78 for point. I think almost everybody got traded from team to team because it was a fantasy draft. But not everybody in fantasy drafts are in different teams, but you know, most of them are. So most good people go to different teams, and you'll normally see the okay, decent people, but not like star players could be in the same team. But yeah, we'll simulate to the whole season at the end, and then we'll simulate the playoffs if we do clinch the playoff spot. But I do think we can, because in our performances of games through the season so far, we are doing great jobs. I think we just clinched the playoff spot. No, that was the Panthers, obviously. I think it's normally like we have to hit around 105 to 110 points to clinch a playoff spot if your division is very good. But if your division is okay, then you have to get around 95 to 100. And if it's horrible, then you have to get around like 75 to 80. So, you know, sometimes there's like 20th place people who clinch to play a spot in the wild card. So yeah, that's weird. So our final game of the season, we will take a 4-3 win against the Buffalo Sabres. We did clinch a playoff spot, third in our division. Sabres, Canadians took a wild card spot. So they did that. I'm not sure why they didn't clinch a playoff spot yet. The Sabres were in a wild card spot, so they clinched the playoff spot, except they're not showing that the Canadians clinched the playoff spot. They did. The Canadians are done their whole season. They did 82 games played. Probably just a glitch in the game or something. But yeah. So looks like obviously the Panthers were first in the entire league, 126 points. That is a big season for them. Not sure if they got a lot of good people in the fantasy draft, but yeah, we do have McDavid though. Surprisingly, I don't think McDavid led us in points. I saw Malkin did, so it looks like Malkin did that. And I just saw that Rasmus Anderson got a goal, so he got a hat trick in this game. Good to see that we traded him, but that was a very high scoring game, a 7-6 win for Lightning. I won't go period by period, I'll just advance days. Yeah, so Rasmus Andersson leads our team in points for the whole playoffs. This is a great team to see watching and simulating. So 2-1 Lightning against the Maple Leafs in the series. The Stanley Cup champions. Okay, it's 3-1. Let's see what they do. I don't think we won the cup last season. I think we got eliminated the second round or conference finals. It was probably the second round. So yeah. And we will get eliminated in the first round, just down by 1 goal. I think so. So a 4-1 loss in the series. Malkin did do a good job in the whole season and playoffs. So looks like Malkin did a good performance in this whole season. But we will simulate to the draft and see who is the Stanley Cup Finals. As the Panthers won 4-1 against the Canadiens because they were the President's Trophy winner. Flyers won 4-1 against the Sabres, 3-2 Hurricanes against the Rangers, 3-2 Flames against the Canucks, 3-2 Ducks against the Golden Knights. A sweep for the Wild over the Avalanche. I never saw that the Wild did a good job. But and also 3-2 Winnipeg Jets against the Chicago Blackhawks. So we'll simulate to the draft. Let's see what the AHL is doing. They are still in the first round, tied with the AHL team of the Ottawa Senators. So let's see who does that. Marlowe is leading the AHL in points for the team in the playoffs. 2 games played, 2 goals and 0 assists, 2 points. So we'll simulate to the draft and see if we get at least a 20th overall pick. I think we'll get around that for our positioning of the draft. Let's simulate to the draft. And there you go. So the Stanley Cup Finals winners, the Stanley Cup champions, are the Tampa Bay Lightning once again. In real life, they won the cup, and they think in predictions next year they will win the cup again. In this franchise, at least. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins EHL team will win the Calder Cup. So we did not win any of the cups, not the Toronto Marlies or the Toronto Maple Leafs. So let's just see the draft. I will have to edit the trade block later. So the Islanders will go from 5th to 1st, Kings 6th to 2nd. So Kings are 2nd overall pick again. Predators stay as 3rd. So a lot of jumping and falling down in positions of the draft lottery in this thing. So good draft lottery results. I think we could edit the trade block by now, right? Let's view the retired players also to see. I think last year, in our franchise, last episode of Franchise Mode, no one retired. So that, I think that was a glitch. I think that's almost impossible. I've never seen that ever. So probably just a glitch in the game. And the good thing is the Dino Chara retired. So I think that was a huge win for us in that trade. Chara just retired. He did fall to overall. Let's see what he did in the season. He did have a pretty weak season. He had 7 goals and 12 assists, total into 19 points, 58 penalty minutes, not a very good discipline, 38 plus minuses, and around a period per game. So 19 minutes and 48 seconds. Zdeno Chara did retire, even though Patrick Marleau did retire. I never expected him to retire in 41 because in my other franchises, when I play by myself, he does retire about 42 to 43. But in this one, he retired at 41. Marian Hossa did retire. Zetterberg retired. So, yeah, great to see. I think the only person retired was Patrick Marleau, and no goalies retired for us at all. Okay, so those are all the retiring players. Good to see that we won that trade, Rasmus Andersson for Zdeno Chara. Even though we traded third round pick also this year, that was pretty much useless for us because, you know, there won't really be anybody good in there. So, yeah. First round now. Alrighty. So, I've heard of this guy, only a 78 overall. So, a pretty weak draft for that, and looks like this is a French guy, Konache. He is a higher overall, but his potential is lower. So elite high and elite medium. I think that was a better pick for the Kings than the Islanders. So poor for the Islanders. Another guy, Kopakari. Potential is elite medium. It's not a strong draft to say. The Devils get Trevor Wong. What do the Bruins get? Okay, Cylinder. So, you know, some familiar people because it's only the second year of the franchise, but, you know, I mean, yeah. So we'll simulate to our pick. We are 25th overall. It's not horrible, except I would like to see around a 20th to 21st or 22nd. I think the lower picks were also pretty good. So we'll see what we get in this whole draft. First pick for us, we will say they are already recommending us to see this guy. Looks like he's good. They don't have any report though. His weaknesses is character, teammate utilization. His strengths are 1 on 1 skill. Okay, so he has a similar style to Guy Lafleur. So, an old, great player. So, 2 years old. He needs 2 years more to be in the NHL. So, I would like to get Stillman here, but it looks like almost everybody's pretty good. A similar style to Joe Thornton. I don't need this guy. I would say Stillman or Crankwick. Krnakovic. 40 penalty minutes. You know, since they're recommending this guy, he is a little unknown though, so I am gonna go with Stillman though. I'll see which one is better. 70 overall. Okay, that's a good pick. I like that. Then the 69. Okay, that's a win for us. So also Lockhart was a 70 overall. I was thinking also. So yeah, that was a good pick for us. Now second round, 25th pick overall, and 50th pick in the draft. I'll just take these people. I don't really have to look at them anymore. 64 overall, not bad. I'll just get the recommendations. Here's Cole. They recommend him. 49 overall. His potential's okay at elite low, but I don't like his overall. He is a defenseman though, so I like defensemen to pick because defensemen are less likely to pick than offensemen. Nolan Ritchie. Okay, I'll just pick him no matter what. We'll just pick random people to see, you know, Most people are just recommended, so we'll just get them. So overall, I like that first round pick there. I like that. The 25th overall pick. But the rest of the draft wasn't that good, except, I mean, it was an okay draft for us. It wasn't the worst draft ever. But overall, in the whole draft for every team, I see this was a weak draft, so, yeah. Okay, so now it is time to sign the contracts and, you know, see whose contract is ending. So we have very less people. So we have Demers. He's asking for 2.75 million. We have 0 out of 40 exempt contracts, so that's good. And we do have very less contracts, 32 out of 50. You can see, we offered 0 contracts. So I will give this guy, since he wants the extension, the exact same money which he wants in the same years. This guy does not want extension. Nick Flenig, no. So I'll give him then around $2 million. Coburn, let's see. He doesn't want an extension. I'll give you also around $2.125 million. How about Philpala? What do you want? He doesn't want an extension, so I'll give him $700,000. And then we have Matthew Perreault, which I think he wants an extension. No, he does not. So I'll give him maybe around $1 million. And then this guy will qualify as RFA and give him a contract. He does want a 2-way contract, so I'll just give him the same amount of money because he wants an extension. Only 1 year, but I think that's okay for us. A goalie, Jonathan Bernier. He's in the AHL French starter, exact potential. He does not want an extension, so I will give him around $1 million. So yeah, that's all. Very less contracts because it is only the second year of our franchise. Okay, Bernier will accept, Demers will accept, Foligno will accept, Coburn will reject, and then Koivula will accept. Perreault will also accept, and Philpala. So only one person rejected out of, I think, the 6 or 7 or something. So only Brandon Coburn we need. 81 overall, 36 years old. I will give you, how much did I give you before? About 2.125. I'll give you 2.325 right now then. Any goalies? No, Bernier did accept, so yeah. Yes, and we are, at least we don't have a pile of contracts this year. And we did do a good job. Brandon Coburn will accept our offer of contract. So we can just simulate to the free agency now. On the July 1st, 2021. I want to see if we could edit the trade block right now. Yep, I think we could. So our trading block is Robin Leonard, first round pick and first round pick. I think, you know, there's not that much to change right now, but eventually we will have to change the trade block. So let's sign some free agents. Hopefully it's a stacked free agency. Not really stacked, except, okay, that's good now. We have Brandon Montour, which we were trying to attempt to trade for, so that's good to see. Okay, so overall, it's not a that good free agency for our franchise, at least, because we don't have any cap space. But I'm not going to try to get any restricted free agents to just waste some round picks. Plus, there's not even very good restricted free agents, which we must get. So I'll sign Dougie Hamilton. He is a okay defenseman, so he's decent to get. I won't give him that much money. I'll just give you around $6.3 million. You know, in free agency, it's tougher to get people when you give them less money. So I don't want to give him like around $6 million or something, but I'll give him around $6.350 million to see how he does. Hopefully he accepts. We have Kyle Palmieri. I could get him. Thomas Tatar, and then I'll get Brandon Montour, and I think that's all. Just get 4 people in free agency. You know, we do get a little more people in free agency in these kind of franchises when you don't have any salary cap. So, yeah. Offense is even harder to get, so I'll give him $5.5 million. And then Tatar around maybe the same amount of money. Yeah, and then the last person we're gonna get is Montour. Actually, is there any goalies which we need? I think our goalies is already stacked. Yeah, we don't need Jordan Binnington at all. We already have Robin Lehner and Andrei Vasilevsky. So I'll give Montour around $4.825 million. So let's see how these people accept in 5 days. Nicoletti and Patrick Nemeth. I do not want to give away Robin Lehner ever. So, yeah. Palmieri will accept. Montour will accept. And, Tatar will accept. And Hamilton will accept. Okay, everybody will accept. That is good. So let's just sim to the next season now, as the Tampa Bay Lightning are the Stanley Cup champions. Marco Rossi and a first-round pick for Gustav Nyquist and Colin Miller. So yeah, we will see more trades in the off-season. Kevin Shattenkirk for 2 first-round picks, Stillman and second-round pick. That looks like a ridiculous trade, so I will never accept that ever. Even though Shattenkirk is a very solid defenseman, I do not want to give 2 first-round picks at all. Brent Burns for 2 first-round picks. I don't like his age, though. He will fall some. You know, I do want some experienced guys, but I don't want like 35-year-olds, you know, just mid-age. Not young people or old people. I just want 30-year-olds or something like 25 to 30-year-olds, which are just normal age. So I will not get Brent Burns, even though currently he is a very good defenseman. For 2 first-round picks, I don't think that is enough. So yeah, let's see next episode in franchise mode if Evgeny Malkin again leads the thing. I think even last season Malkin did finish 2nd in points. So he is doing good in our team. In the franchise, he's doing a great job playing in those games. Jake Muzzin for Robin Lehner. I'm not going to give Robin Lehner, so no thank you, Anaheim. Ryan Suter and Lucas Speed. See, I don't get this. How do other teams get better trades than us? Like, no matter what, it'll always be worse for us, but, yeah. Okay, let's edit the lines. Let's just view them. What we have gained in that free agency. We have Connor Sherry, Connor McDavid, and Thomas Tatar on the first line. You know, it's not the best team ever yet, except it is a very good team. Zach Parise, Evgeny Malkin, and Jeff Skinner, very good. Justin Williams, Ryan Johansson on the third line. That looked very good. Kyle Palmieri, Nick Foligno, Kevin Hayes, and Patrick Hornquist. So in offense, at least, everybody is over 80 overall. And I think in the whole team is like that. Yes, it is. Robin Leonard did fall 2 overall, but I think that's okay. Overall is not that important as the stats. Ilya Kovalchuk, and I don't know why Rasmus Anderson is scratched. I'm going to change Jason Demers with Rasmus Anderson. Rasmus Anderson is overall a better player. As you can see in his defensive awareness and his his slap shot power and everything is, I think, better than Jason Demers overall. I am looking to get next time, maybe I could get Martin Frick, the hardest slap shot ever. So we'll see tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Any time, next episode, next video, whatever you want to call it. What we do. But for now, that'll end the whole video. So yeah. Next episode, I will see you in franchise mode, whenever the next franchise mode is. But for now, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you liked the video. And thank you for watching.